Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show, and tonight I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the first year of DC's Absolute Universe. For those who are unaware, this universe was created after the events of the crossover event Absolute Power, which saw Darkseid dying and was able to create their own universe under their influence, which saw classic DC characters, well, become more underdogs in this new world. This is very similar to the Ultimate Universe from Marvel. And I've really enjoyed reading these comics. The very first one that I read was Absolute Batman. And wow, what a series. I have enjoyed every single issue, and I'm so excited to keep reading it every single month, because the stuff that's in this book is just insane. But what's really interesting with Absolute Batman, at least for me, is it felt very traditional when it first started, with, of course, Batman going against the Black Mask Gang. It did feel like a very Elseworlds Batman tale. This Batman was definitely different from the main universe. You know, Bruce is not rich in this one. His mom's alive. There's so many differences. But the brutality of the Absolute Batman was off the charts. Just the weapons, of course, their Bat logo, which, if you all remember, people were not impressed with that when the first look came out. But the stuff that happens, and the cowl and everything, this is a very tactile Batman. Of course, with this comic series, it's a very different characters that you would have expected. We also get to see his rogues gallery created in such a brutal way. When the second arc happened with Bane. Wow. Bane is a beast, and the Arc M, oh my goodness. Bruce goes through so much. Absolute Batman. Go read it if you haven't. If you want a full-blown review of the Absolute Batman, let me know in the comments. Absolute Superman was the next one that I read, and this one was pretty good. I have enjoyed this one. It's a very different take, of course, on Superman, and I think it's done really well. I really like the origin of them in Krypton. We get to see a lot more of that, and how they didn't really have a home in Kansas, so that's the biggest difference. And you really get to see, of course, Ra's al Ghul be the main villain so far, which is just so cool. And we even get the Peacemakers. And there's different twists on, of course, Lois and Jimmy. But I've enjoyed reading this one, and it's a really just crazy story, and I'm really enjoying this alternate Superman. I can't believe I didn't mention Brainiac when I recorded this video. What a crazy version of the character. And it's been kind of cool to kind of see what's going to happen as the issues unfolded. Absolute Wonder Woman has been really good. I've really enjoyed this kind of fresh take on their mythology. Of course, them more being raised in hell now and not Themyscira. And just the crazy monsters that they're fighting. And I've really enjoyed the more recent arc with them in this kind of maze. It's been really good. And I really do like the art style. I didn't really talk much about the other two, but I really like the art in this book. Absolute Martian Manhunter, I've enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite so far, but it's definitely picked up in the last few issues for me. I think the problem I'm having with this one is I just don't think it's really equipped for the digital viewing experience, which I've done on the, DC app. It just, I think, really takes away from it. But the art in this book is so good. It's bright, it's vibrant, and I really like this twist with the Martian Manhunter. And some of the stuff they've done with the art just really brings this really weird style to it, and I'm really enjoying it. I just cannot wait to see what happens, but I think I definitely need to read this one in a physical trade paperback when that comes out, because I think I'll enjoy it a lot more. But I think what they're doing is a very clever twist on the Martian Manhunter storyline. Absolute Green Lantern. I've enjoyed this one the least. I don't think it's a necessarily bad comic. It's just, it's taken a little bit for me to really get into it. I'm not really sure what I think of the takes of course, these classic, lanterns that we know. But over the last few issues, they've done a lot of interesting exploration of the other kind of lantern colors. And now it's kind of getting kind of interesting. I'm curious to see what happens in the near future, because I think it's now picking up a lot. And the stuff that they're doing with the kind of mythology about the lanterns, that's interesting. But it definitely took a while for me to kind of start seeing the vision with this one. Which is also the same with Absolute Flash. Which was one I was actually really excited for. But it's been kind of just a very slow start for me. But the last few issues, I've really enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying this kind of twist on Wally becoming the main Flash during their teenage years, not just Kid Flash, and a very different kind of connection to Barry Allen. And the stuff that they're doing with kind of the speed is very unique. And I'm really enjoying how they have a little traveling companion of Gorilla Grodd. That's been really cool. But yeah, they're kind of been running away from this government agency where their father's at, and how they get this power, and now we're slowly starting to see how all this stuff is unfolding. It's been good the last couple issues, but it definitely started out pretty rough, at least for me. I also should mention I've enjoyed the twist on the classic Flash Rogues Gallery. It's been very interesting to see kind of these more experimentation takes and kind of the government weapons as they're tracking down Wally West. And let's end this video with the one-shot that was released last month, Absolute Evil. What an issue! I did not expect the twist with, of course, Green Arrow dying. That took me by surprise. Because, of course, they announced that miniseries coming out, so I guess it's going to be a bit different than we all expected. But the Hawkman in this one was crazy how he's kind of more aligning with these more forces of, well, evil. You'll see what I mean there in a second. But yes, this comic kind of finds all of the villains that we've seen throughout these comic books come together and form the Justice League. Yeah, what a twist. But it ends with, of course, Lex Luthor being teased. What a crazy issue, and definitely got me excited for the future. But DC's Absolute Universe has been an absolute treat to read. They've done so many clever things with all the classic mythology that we know, and I'm very curious to see what happens in the future. There's so much potential in this universe. We even get to see, like, in the Absolute Batman, that Joker design looks insane. Poor Absolute Batman. They keep being put through craziness. And, of course, we even get a little tease, of course, in the last issue, the very first issue of DC's KO. Wow, what a universe. I think DC has done really well with it, and I cannot wait to see the future for it. What do you all think of the DC Absolute line? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.